RawDeal podcast. Great balls. Hashtag great balls. Hashtag GBOF. Happened tonight. The first ever. I feel like I was the only one that kind of liked the theme. Like, yeah, it's kind of lame because it's like it's the old style music, but I kind of like it. It's not nearly as like badass as like Battleground sounds like really badass. So like saying Great Balls of Fire kind of sucks, but you know, is what it is.
Stick with the powers and everything. It worked. I hope it's something they bring back.
Well, let's not go that far. All right, Rick, quick hits. What'd you think of the show?
I liked it. I literally liked everything about the show besides one match, and that was it. But besides that, fantastic show.
Yeah, there are a couple matches that I didn't like, but
I liked all the matches personally. I thought they're all pretty good.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
We'll get there though. We'll talk about each one.
All right. So the pre-show match, we had the cruiserweights going on. We had the king of the cruiserweights, Neville, which was said a million trillion times, and Akira Tozawa with Titus O'Neil as his manager, as we've been seeing lately. Neville ends up getting the win after he basically gets Tozawa up on the ropes and then kicks the ropes into his nuts and then hits him with a kick and kind of wins. So Neville retains, but it looks like Tozawa is going to get a rematch, or at least Titus O'Neil is going to be working on a rematch. I thought the match was fun, Charlie.
Yeah, I was really surprised how over Tozawa was with the crowd.
Yeah.
Same.
That shocked me.
Fantastic.
Rick?
Yeah, I was saying, like, Charlie, like, walked away for a second right when he first came out. He's doing his, like, thing. I don't know exactly how to do what he does. But, like, I was, like, sitting there, and all of a sudden the whole crowd did it, and I was like, wow, he's actually over with the crowd for once. So it's like maybe it's going to be a great show with the crowd being so interactive.
Did either of you guys know that Akira Tozawa knew any English at all?
Yeah, not really.
I know he knows very minimal English, but that's it.
Well, it's definitely better than like Shinsuke's. He actually was speaking like full sentences, like grammatically correct stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." Instead of just saying like "you manager, me rematch," something stupid like that, he's like, "You're my manager. I want a rematch," and I was like, "Oh, cool. I like that. Brings an extra little dynamic." So, I mean, the crowd. Let's be real, they're going to be hyped for any opening match. That's always how it is. So we'll see how the Raw crowd reacts to Tozawa, if he can keep it up, but it would be nice if he could.
Yeah.
So to kick the show off, we actually started with the Rollins-Wyatt match, which I was pleasantly surprised with. Like, I was watching it on mute because I don't have a DVR, so I had to watch Big Brother at the same time as this is going on. But I just watched it as it was going, and most of the match, like, I watched it, and it was just kind of your average WWE match. I think that this could have been put on Raw. I don't know if it was necessarily a pay-per-view quality match, in my opinion, but it was your standard WWE match. Bray Wyatt's the heel, Seth Rollins is the face. So Bray Wyatt starts off the match getting a lot of offense. Seth Rollins comes back, and then they decide who wins. The big shock was that Bray Wyatt actually won. Was that shocker to you, Rick?
Yeah, absolutely. I really thought Rollins was going to have the match to begin with. I mean, he's like literally one of the biggest faces in the company. So the fact that he actually won was pretty surprising. I mean, I wasn't even mad either because Rollins is one of my favorite wrestlers too. So the fact that he won was kind of cool to me personally.
Yeah, I mean, I was rooting. Bray Wyatt is literally like the only wrestler that I actually like root for. Like, actually hope he wins these days. Everyone else, I'm kind of indifferent. Is that how you feel, Charlie? Were you rooting for him?
Yeah, man. If people came from the prediction show, they saw your boy picked Bray Wyatt.
You did.
He was the only one that picked him, I think.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing about Bray Wyatt, dude, I just want him to change up his character a little bit because he's very repetitive. If you like change any wrestler and put him in that match, it's going to be the same thing. I feel like he should freshen up his character a little bit, and I feel like he'd be on the top.
See, I feel that way about Rollins. Rollins is nothing special as far as a character. Bray Wyatt actually has a character, at least. Seth Rollins doesn't have a character.
That's true, too. I honestly been telling Charlie I want a heel turn with Rollins soon.
Yeah, he's just like a rocker guy. That's all he is. He's just like comes out and he's like, I like being here. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I want him as a heel turn one of these days. I want to see it soon. And
yeah.
I'll say. Wait, what I was about to say, I'm gonna say it for later.
I mean, they're short on baby faces anyway, so I don't think they're gonna turn a lot of people heel. But yeah,
probably
we'll see. But so what was next up on the? It wasn't the tag match, right? There was one before it. Oh yeah, Enzo and Cass. I thought this match sucked. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, 5 minutes. It did what it needed to. Cass kicked the shit out of him.
Enzo came out, cut like a 5-minute promo.
Promo was probably longer than the match.
Yeah.
Cass killed him, and then that was kind of it, which is what we expected anyway. Well, actually, that's what me and Garrett expected. You guys both thought Enzo was going to win this.
Yeah, so I was hoping they'd do a little swerve, but they're going with
it's the typical stuff, really.
We're talking about it in our chat between the three of us. Cass's music is god awful.
Dude, he had 2 different themes too.
I didn't hear the theme from the second half. I literally just plugged in because I have a speaker set that I can choose. So I literally like plugged it in. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna put it on there because Cass will probably have new entrance music. I'm telling you now, like
I don't think it's the finished one.
Yeah, well, good entrance music can really make a character. Like with Lesnar, you saw like they made people wait and wait and wait while Joe stood in the ring. And as soon as you hear that guitar, people blow up.
Yeah, Bobby Roode's a perfect example.
There you go, Bobby Roode. If he didn't have that theme, if he didn't have that character, he would have done nothing in NXT. Because matches aren't like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Cass's music was not good. How was the second theme? I didn't hear it.
The first one, it kept doing this. It didn't have anything like that. It was like almost, I don't know, like lighter music. I swear to God, it's 2 different songs.
I mean, the only wrestler that they've done that with intentionally is Mankind. I
don't think they meant to do it.
Huh.
Or it could be like way later in that song, but I mean that song, it had like a dubstep rock to it, which also doesn't help. Your first few seconds are the most important thing, and when it changes up, it's like this dubstep and then a couple of guitar riffs and then dubstep again. I don't know, it's weird.
Because let's be real, Big Cass as a character is boring as shit. He needs something that will get him over. If he just comes out and just tries to do the thing that him and Enzo were doing as a tag team, and he just tries to be like the New Yorker, he can't really do that anymore because now he's going to be your generic big guy, come out to rocker music, try to be a badass. Meanwhile, Strowman's probably going to go face Lesnar at goddamn SummerSlam for the title. And he's going to try to be Strowman, and he's going to be poor man Braun Strowman and get lost in the shuffle. And meanwhile, he's going to kill off Enzo, so Enzo's going to be lost in the shuffle too. He's going to be known as a jobber. So neither of them are going to get over at this pace, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the next step is with him.
Yeah. We then had, I believe, the tag match.
Yep, 30-minute tag match.
So we had a 30-minute Iron Man match between the Hardy Boys and Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro got a pinfall right off the beginning, about a minute in, which I was like, okay, that's cool. They got a pinfall off a brogue kick like a minute in, and then went up 2-0, and then the Hardys brought it to 2-1, and then it went to 3-1, Sheamus and Cesaro. And as soon as it went to 3-1, I was like, oh, great, here we go. WWE always behind with the times. We're going to go with the joke from over 2 years ago. The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. Here we go. Sheamus and Cesaro are going to blow a 3-1 lead, so Hardy's are going to at least tie it up, which they did. And as I called on last week's podcast, Hardy Boys were going to get in a big hole. They were going to tie it up. They were going to almost win. And then time was going to run out as Jeff Hardy was getting a pin. I said that he's going to get a swanton and then almost get it, but it ended up being Cesaro and Sheamus winning 4-3. They even kept making sports references, saying, oh, it's like game 7 now with 2 minutes left. I'm like, God damn it. But
yes, Cesaro got that one. I don't know. I don't think it would have. Would they have still won?
What?
What was the final score?
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to bring up. So the announcers clearly stated that if it was a tie at the end of it, that Cesaro and Sheamus would still retain. And the Hardy Boys, they brought it up to where like Jeff was getting a pin as time expired, and it was 4-3. So even if they had tied it 4-4, based on what the announcers said, Cesaro and Sheamus would have retained anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was weird, but what do you think of it, Rick?
I honestly, I watched the full 30 minutes. I thought it was a fantastic match. Just it was like after like it ended, because I haven't seen an Iron Man match personally. It was exactly how you said it would be. Go to the last 5 minutes, and all of a sudden they catch up, and boom, they still end up losing.
Right, like I told, if you really wanted to, you could have gone. You could have ordered a pizza, waited for them to cook it, gone out, eat it.
I did throw some chicken nuggets in the oven.
Yeah, and come back with 5 minutes left and watch the end, and it's like, you didn't really miss anything.
That's true.
It was one of the better Iron Man matches I've seen.
Oh yeah, the whole match was really good though. I don't want to downplay it.
I enjoyed the whole match. I actually sat and watched the whole match, just like you said, like how they had like the scores go, which they shouldn't have did that. But that was my only complaint for that match. Besides that, the 2 wrestling skills, phenomenal.
Where do they go from here now? With Enzo and Cass was like your bigger baby face. A tag team. Where does Cesaro and Sheamus go now? Parties again?
God, I hope not.
I mean, we got the club, heels, Revival, heels, Slater and Rhino.
We could see if they still want to go with a club refuel with Balor as the Balor Club, and that would in turn make Gallows and Anderson face, and then they could be going for the titles at SummerSlam. They have the time to do it. They have like 6 weeks. So.
Oh, I just thought before the show, I was like, I wonder if all 3 Shield guys will lose. They did.
Yeah.
Just a random note. Anyways, you go ahead.
Wow, bro, way to spoil it. But yeah, I mean the match was really good. The tag match, I think. I don't know. That's kind of it. It was solid, but Cesaro and Sheamus end up retaining.
I'm hoping it's the end of the feud.
And it was clean. Yeah, it hopefully is the end of the feud. So Dean Ambrose and The Miz had their match, and it was exactly how everyone figured it would go. Dean Ambrose did more of the same shit. The Miz did more of the same shit. The Miz Taraj got involved along with Maurice, and The Miz ends up winning off a distraction caused by Bo Dallas. And that's it. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, it was I mean, I liked the match personally, but it was very typical, to be honest with you. Very typical. I knew that it was going to end up being either Maurice interfering or the Mr. Rush, so it's a pretty typical match, personally.
I'd say biggest note, man, Bo Dallas. That guy's changed himself.
He's starting to look like his brother now.
I mean, he's done so much since that dork running around in the white shorts.
I like how Corey Graves said he was going to the after party with The Miz, and Bo Dallas is going to sing Freebird.
Just kind of like the same thing from Cesaro and Sheamus. I mean, where the hell does The Miz go now? Who's he?
He still got the title.
No, that's what I'm saying. Who's he? Kind of like them. I've been hoping for a Miz and Balor. I think that could help Balor out too.
I think it would be good, but like, I don't know. I feel like Balor's not going to have a big loss until like he's losing the championship. Like, I think he's not going to lose a huge feud until he's been champion, at least.
I can see that.
But I think they see a lot in Balor. They want to push Balor pretty hard. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. We had the women's championship match between Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks. I thought this match was pretty awesome.
I liked it too. I even said in the predictions, this is the match I was looking forward to, and it was a great match. Great ending too. I hope they continue the feud. Like, it's a fantastic feud to have between the 2 girls.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I liked it more than any of the Charlotte Sashas because just like a lot of people got behind the Charlotte and Natalias, I never got behind the Charlotte and Sashas. I just never thought they were that great, and I thought this one it was Probably Alexa's best match, and probably Sasha's too.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how Graves played up like the real fight aspect of saying like, well, yeah, if you look at Charlotte, you know, if Sasha can beat Charlotte, then she should have no problem beating Alexa because she's smaller. But then, actually, it was Booker T, I believe. He was saying styles make fights over and over again, saying, you know, well, just because Alexa isn't as big as Charlotte doesn't mean she's not as dangerous. And they played that up a lot. So Alexa Bliss ends up she won via like something quirky, right?
Count out.
Oh, count out. That's right. She lost via count out, but retained the title. So Sasha Banks technically won the match.
Cool little, you know, it's different. We don't get it that often, especially you get it from the Miz. That's about it. But
yeah,
intentionally, we don't see it too often, especially from a woman. And it extends the feud.
Well, at this point, it was like Neville won from a cheap shot to the nuts, and then the Miz won via shenanigans, and then Alexa Bliss technically lost via countout. I don't know. I would prefer more clean finishes, but that's just me personally.
I agree, but they're always going to do with the heels. With the heels, they always got to do dirty wins with the heels.
Well, that's the thing. Why can't a heel just win clean? How come a heel can't just be a badass?
Alexa definitely has the skill to win clean too, so
yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do it.
It's just weird. But yeah, this match was fantastic. After the match, Alexa Bliss was going up the ramp, and the announcers played it up, so Alexa was still the heel. They said she was being cocky, walking up the ramp. Sasha jumped her from behind. Alexa got the upper hand again, made it look like she was going to throw her through the announcer table, which we saw between that table match between Charlotte and Sasha. Sasha doesn't go through tables. Her body just doesn't do it.
The hell, yeah.
They're both not too big girls either.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have some more momentum than just, you know, slamming them. And so they got up on top of the table. It looked like Alexa was going to like hit her with a DDT through the table. Sasha pushed her off and then hit her with the jumping knees from the top, which I thought the camera work was really good in that spot because it wasn't that high of a jump. But the way the camera like looked up, it looked like Sasha literally jumped like 15 feet down.
Damn.
I don't know. I thought it looked really cool.
I actually didn't see that.
Oh, really?
We had paused, and then after the match, went right to live.
Oh,
we caught Mrs. Entrance.
So yeah, Sasha jumped from the announcer table at the top of the ramp all the way down to the floor and did the double knees. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought that was like one of the moments of the night. Obviously, we know what the moment of the night was, but so anyway, Sasha Banks will probably get another title match.
Hopefully not on Raw, because you know she wins them all on Raw.
Yeah, exactly. She can't win on pay-per-views. That's Sasha's thing.
Just SummerSlam. Why not?
We thought that it was that Charlotte always won on pay-per-views. That's not it at all, bro. It's that Sasha can't win on pay-per-views.
True.
So we had a we had a really I don't know. It was really good, but really like odd match between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. They did a lot of the stuff that they do normally. So Braun Strowman kind of beat up Roman for most of the match, right? And then Roman would get like a really big move on him, and then Strowman would get like right back up, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, how is Strowman back up?" and stuff like that. Eventually, the battle fell out into the into the ramp area. The Strowman did the throw into the side of the ambulance again, just like he did on Raw. What was it, last week or the week before? And Strowman was trying to get Reigns in the ambulance. Reigns was up on the edge of the ambulance. And then Reigns fought his way out, hit him with a couple Superman punches. Still couldn't get him in the ambulance. The fight goes up onto the ramp. They're fighting next to the LED signs. Roman hits him with a Superman punch. Strowman's he's shook. And then Roman, was it a spear? No, I think it was just he pushed him through the the big LED board in the back. Yeah, it wasn't a spear. He just pushed him through it. And then Strowman once again gets back up. And then they end up fighting back down to the ambulance. Roman gets him weak, goes for a spear, and Braun sidesteps it while Roman dives into the ambulance.
Right in like a fucking fish.
Let's be real. Who didn't think, if Strowman was going to win, who didn't think that was going to be the ending? It was a little predictable for my taste.
I didn't see that coming at all. Him diving right in there? I thought that was awesome. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, they've had Strowman just, he could have just hit him with his finisher and threw him in. I thought him flopping like a fish right in there and him slamming the doors. Thought that was a great touch.
So Strowman ends up winning the match, but then instantly after, Roman comes out, spears him, gets in the ambulance, throws Donald Trump out of the driver's seat, gets in the ambulance, drives it backstage, and then backs it into another truck before some paramedics have to come.
The man attempts murder.
Yeah, he pretty much tries to kill.
He lines it up and he's Roman Reigns. Boom.
So
he does not have a heel turn starting after tonight. I am done with Roman.
So Strowman ended up winning the match, but really it's all about what happened after. And Garrett, I'll throw it to you. What do you think about all the backstage stuff after?
I kept asking my dad, does this mean he's turned heel? Eventually we came to the conclusion that I guess this is the answer is like yes, right?
Well, it's based on how the announcers are talking, and they basically said they were like, yeah, I don't care how loved you are and how many good things you've done, you've gone too far, Roman has gone too far. This is a side we've never seen. We can't.
What brought this out of him? That one stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I'm just gonna give a quick opinion of the other matches. What were the order? Just give them to me really quickly, fast. I didn't see it, but I saw the highlights. It was good.
And then it started off with Seth and Bray.
Yeah, that was a better match than expected, but the storyline wasn't there.
And then Enzo and Cass.
I expected more, but I'm glad to see Cass get him in the face again. So good.
Hardys.
I mean, it was okay. It was an Iron Man match. It's gonna be an Iron Man match every time.
I personally, I
liked it.
What I've seen.
This was the match where I was kind of distracted.
Yeah.
At the time, but every show has a match like that.
And then
hold on 1 second.
Match.
The women's that was again we could have got more out of it, but it was pretty good.
Intercontinental.
Same match.
Yeah.
Sorry. I said that while watching it. That was the other distraction.
This with Roman attempting murder.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
That was a double turn, man. There's no way.
Mega turn for Strowman. Yeah, he's gonna come out looking at the face, and it's gonna be amazing when he comes out on Raw. If he does, who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? But yeah, that's 100% a double turn. It's because of the announcers that we can tell, right? It has to be. It's just a little confusing, but I mean, I think Roman Reigns turned heel.
I hope so. His facial expression said he was heel. His actions said he was heel. The announcers acting like he's a heel. If he comes out and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm a heel," we'll be like, "All right," The Usos did it. Why can't he?
I'm down with it. Brady, is he here actually?
Brady, you still, dude?
I'm here. I'm going to do something.
There he is. What'd you think of it all? What'd you think of the attempted murder by Roman Reigns?
I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that they were doing a backstage segment, but once again, it took me completely out of it. I was talking to you guys in chat. Okay, so literally, let's do some realism with this for a second, because that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to make it seem realistic, like this dude attempted murder and Braun Strowman might be dead inside the ambulance.
Yeah.
If that were to happen and Kurt Angle was all upset and shit, the ambulance was still running, had the four-ways going, the shit could still drive. They're sitting there for literally 10 minutes while another match is going on. Go Heath Slater. While another match is going on, they're literally, this is a whole 15-minute thing.
Man.
What?
Sorry, I had to break him with that. I said I did the thing, his song, that he's just one man. It was bad.
So
moving on.
So anyway, They waited for the paramedics to show up for like probably 10 minutes. And then
the Air Force showed up, dude.
All right. Charlie, go ahead. Break it down.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, just go ahead.
I think you mean like they couldn't. Why didn't they just drive it forward? You said it took the realism out of it. I mean, yeah, I could see that point, but I don't know. Yeah, and then we had the main event. I liked it. What'd you think?
The main event was really good. Like, I honestly was afraid it was going to be just a bunch of suplexes and coquina clutches, and it was a little bit better than I thought, but I knew it wasn't going to be a very long match. Like, the best match was definitely that Roman and Strowman match. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. Fantastic. Fantastic
True.
Ending. And it was really cool I did the impromptu match because I did not think that was going to be coming. Of course, go Heath Slater. He's got kids. Got to support the kids.
Yeah.
He's got between, what did they say, 6 and 8 kids on SmackDown?
Life, so you know the man's got to support some kids.
Yeah.
At least they didn't let Kurt Hawkins talk.
When are they going to change his theme song to "He's Got Kids"? Come on, it has to happen.
I could see it.
It was just funny how they, like, randomly, like, they're doing the Jaws of Life thing, trying to pry the side door open, which, yeah, that's how I was getting to, like, drive the damn ambulance forward. If you're really that, like, nervous, like, if you think the guy might be dead, don't you think, since the back door of the ambulance is completely ripped off, you could just drive the ambulance forward about 3 feet and get to Strowman that way? Instead, you're standing around, and you pick the smallest goddamn guy backstage, Jamie Noble, to try to pry the thing open. You have an Olympic athlete as your general manager, and he's standing while a dude that got shot in a mobile home 6 months ago and is about 5'2" is trying to pry open an ambulance.
Just one man.
But it was just...
I'm sorry, my jokes
I
are
like
this is
match. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway, in the middle of the Jaws of Life, JoJo you just randomly hear JoJo go, and the winner of this match, Slater.
Go Slater. Win on a pay-per-view.
Go my man Slater.
Maybe that's Miz.
Slater for IC title shot.
Dude, fact. I agree. That'd be pretty funny, actually.
With Rhino as his accomplice versus the Miz Taraj. Ooh, dude, I'm down.
I wonder if they're actually, like, when you go in the when you go back to watch this pay-per-view later on, are they actually gonna, when they have the little segment clips, like beginning of the match, end of the match, are they gonna have it listed as the beginning of the backstage segment or the beginning of their match?
That's true. They might.
Are they gonna have the match things?
They're gonna be like, looking Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Nice.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins, what the hell?
Yeah.
Samoa Joe versus Lesnar, what happened here?
Yeah, exactly.
You might be a little lost for a little while.
So that was the thing on the end of the card was Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. It was how most Lesnar matches have gone over the past 3-4 years or so. They started out really cool with Joe once again continuing with the attacking him from behind. Lesnar was like in the process of getting announced by Heyman, and Joe attacks him and hits him with an Iranagi through the.
Talk about putting someone through a table easy. When you're talking about Sasha, he just freaking picked Lesnar up, and that bastard went through the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Lesnar completely demolished the table. Let's be real. We knew that the ladies weren't going to break the table up on the ramp anyway because that's not the Canadian or whatever it is, Spanish announce table.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's always the Spanish announce table, bro. They don't break the American one.
Carlos Cabrera's the GOAT, man.
#wall. That's what Vince McMahon says. You know what, bro? We can't build a wall. Let's break
America.
Let's break their tables. But nah,
Make
so
more gifts for Trump.
Yeah. So Lesnar ends up getting the win. Joe fakes out Coquina Clutch stuff. Garrett, what'd you think of the match?
Dude, this was like everything I wanted out of it, but not everything it could have been. Like I don't know. It's not like the line of the night for every like match. When I just wrote it off the top of my head, that was the line for all of them. They all had so much potential, and they lived up to that potential. But I feel like there's still that little bit more. Like there's a few storylines like that in history of wrestling. I can't like name them off the top of my head, but there's always that one that, you know, you're like, man, I could have done so much more with it. It happens all the time throughout a year in wrestling. You're like, wish they would have fleshed that out more, you know, but they just moved on. It happens all the time. It's crazy. Hopefully some of this stuff continues. I mean, you know, we had some wonky finishes. So like this match in particular for me, like when I watch it, I'm not just like analyzing like the regular part of the matches, because this is not the same kind of match. When as soon as the bell rang, this was going to be like an MMA, you know, wrestling MMA style match, which makes sense. But
it's really different than every other match on the night.
But it was good for that reason, because when you got to that match, you knew it was going to be something different anyway, and they really played up to that, I think. So, yeah, I really liked it.
Rick, what do you think of it?
It was really good. I was a little surprised with the ending, in all honesty. Like when Gokina clutch and all of a sudden he does an F5 and like just finishes him immediately right after that. A little surprised by that, in all honesty. Like I thought it was going to be a little more interesting of an ending, but besides that, the match was fantastic. But the ending was kind of,
it was quick.
It was really bland. I think it was just too quick. They could have did something a little bit cooler, I feel.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, just I liked it. Wasn't sure how much more they could do. I thought the entire build up to it was good, and Lesnar as champ feels important.
Who's next?
What?
Who's next for Lesnar? Is it Roman?
Strowman.
Oh, Strowman.
Yeah,
but Roman just like killed
And
Strowman.
Face. So I mean, Lesnar. This was a heel. When was the last time our main event was a heel versus heel?
SummerSlam triple threat: Roman, Strowman, Lesnar.
I think Roman might come out and like demand a title shot or something, and they'll give it to him on a Raw, and Strowman will interrupt it or something. And I think they could either go Strowman Lesnar or Balor Lesnar at SummerSlam and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the common theme in all of our descriptions of this match is. I wish we could tap into that a little bit more that we're trying to describe, because I don't know. Like I feel like there's something that they could have done, but I don't know what it is. I just.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I wasn't as high on the match. Once again, it's just a realism thing for me. I'm like the one out of us four that like cares a little bit about realism. Brock Lesnar was a heavyweight UFC champion of the world, and Samoa Joe has him in a standing rear chin lock pretty much, which Lesnar could get out of in real life in about 0.2 seconds. And also there were 2 times, maybe 3, but 2 I know for sure, in which Joe had him in the standing coquina clutch and Lesnar was leaning on the ropes and the ref didn't break it. If you're holding the ropes, you can't have someone in a submission.
Oh, true.
And the ref didn't break it. It was really, I don't know. That was dumb to me. So like, as soon as something like that happens, for me, it kind of takes me out of the match a little bit. But I thought, you know, it was decent for a Lesnar match. I mean, a lot of these matches were like that. Like the Miz match was a Miz match, and the Rollins match was a Rollins match, and the Lesnar match was a Lesnar match.
Yeah.
And when you've been watching wrestling for 20 years like I have, it's like not much I haven't seen yet. I like when they do like really cool stuff, you know, like really out of the box. Which is
like
why
Finn Balor winning the championship at his first pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was cool.
For like a day, you know. But yeah.
Well, yeah. He got hurt though. They would have ran with him. So anyway,
completely.
Match grades, Rick. Or sorry, not match grades, pay-per-view grades.
All right, I guess I definitely want to go first. I want to give it a damn. It's a mixture between a B+ and A- because like there's a few things I feel like they could have did so much better on, but yeah, it was really good. Like that Strowman Roman match was so good, and the Sasha Alexa match was so good because they can definitely keep building on their feud. There's just a couple things that made it so good to where like it helped me ignore the parts I didn't really enjoy about it. So in all honesty, like I want to give it. Hey, how about an A-? You know what? I'll give it an A-.
There you go, Garrett.
I I'm actually going to go into the minority on this one and give it a B minus because I feel like there's just some stuff that could have been done better. And I don't want Dean Ambrose in the title picture anymore. Give me someone else, please. It's just like mid card is nothing. What is the mid card on Raw?
Not much. Apollo Crews, go ahead.
Do it. Just give us the Titus brand. Have Titus go after like the world title or something.
There you go. Charlie?
I'll give it an A. I enjoyed it. I hope they bring back Great Balls of Fire. It's a cool idea. I like the shtick with the car. It's just, I don't know. It felt fresh. The entire night I felt fresh, and it felt like a good show.
Michael Cole made an unintentional joke, and this is the part that you and Rick skipped through as well. I just remembered it. When Sasha did the jumping knees onto Alexa after the match, he was like, "Oh my God, that was like a car crash!" And then they flipped over to the replay of it, and it literally has the little car squeal sound.
Oh,
I was like, "Oh,
that's pretty good."
He's like, "That was like watching a car crash." All right, I'm gonna give it a B. I thought the tag match was the match of the night. I thought the Lesnar Joe match did what it had to do. I thought the Strowman Roman match was really good, and I like that they did something different, you know, with the outside stuff, which that feud they've been doing different stuff, which is good. I thought Enzo and Cass was really bad, just not a good match.
Yeah,
I thought Wyatt and Rollins kind of was just boring to me, although I liked the decision. So I'll give it a solid B. It's like right in the middle somewhere.
Do we know who won predictions? Is that like a thing we have?
Don't have them on me, but I think two of us got 6 out of 8. No, I know going into the last match I had them all, or only one wrong was Enzo.
I can pull it up.
I know I missed a couple. I just want to know who won.
Well,
I'm curious.
Yeah, I can pull it up in a second. It's back in the chat.
Me and Rick with the wild card picks.
Yeah, I know I was off on the Tozawa match and the what was the other one?
Oh, I got that one.
Roman match I was off on. I mean, technically Roman won because he about killed him, but besides that,
yeah, who did I take in? I don't even know who I took in that.
So this is what we're at.
Me and Brady for Tozawa, but you were off on. Charlie and Garrett were right. Everybody said Miz. Miz won. Me and Charlie said Enzo.
We all lost on the women's match.
Yeah, but me and Charlie got a point.
Wait, what?
Oh, technically, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Brady got a point on that one because we got Cass.
I'm gonna start putting it to where when I say my predictions for like the championship match, especially with their heels, that they retain the belt and not win. Because that's what I mean by Alexa's gonna retain that belt.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think Charlie, did you win? I think that's what I'm seeing.
I don't think anyone got more than 5 out of 8.
I was riding a Lesnar.
Well, I think we can go off who got the most out of all of us, right? Or unless there was a tie.
I don't know. We can tally it up, send it in the message.
Okay.
All right. But that'll do for our Great Balls reaction. And we'll catch you guys next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you know when we go live. And if you haven't watched Big Brother yet, watch it, man. It's still early in the season. It's good stuff. You want to send us out, Charlie?
As